Money matters. We know this. It's a fundamental part of our lives, influencing almost every decision we make. But what's less obvious is how much our emotions and psychological state matter when it comes to money. Our financial decisions are not just about logic and numbers. It's not just about numbers. It's about emotions, habits, and even hidden biases we don't realize are affecting our choices. These factors can lead us to make decisions that aren't always in our best interest. Think about it. Have you ever bought something on impulse, only to regret it later? That moment of regret is a clear sign of the emotional influence on our spending, or struggle to save, even when you know you should. It's a common challenge many of us face. That's your brain on money, influenced by a mix of psychology and external pressures. These pressures can come from society, advertising, or even our own upbringing. This essay explores the fascinating, sometimes frustrating link between our minds and our wallets. Understanding this link is the first step to making better financial decisions. We'll uncover the psychological triggers that make us spend, the mental hurdles that block us from saving, and the sneaky biases that shape our financial decisions. These insights can help us recognize and overcome these challenges. But this isn't just about understanding the problem, it's about finding solutions. We need practical strategies to counteract these psychological influences. We'll equip you with practical tips and strategies to outsmart your own brain, build better financial habits, and ultimately, gain more control over your money. These tools can help you achieve your financial goals. Because when we understand our own psychology, we can make smarter choices for a more secure future. Knowledge is power, and understanding is the key to financial freedom. Ever walked into a store for milk and walked out with a new gadget you didn't even know you needed? That's the power of spending triggers, often fueled by emotions and clever marketing tactics. Emotions play a huge role in our spending habits. Feeling stressed? Retail therapy promises relief, though temporary. Excited about a vacation? We justify splurging on souvenirs. Sad, bored, happy, there's an emotion-driven purchase for every mood. Then there's advertising, constantly bombarding us with messages that tap into our desires. From celebrity endorsements to limited-time offers, these tactics create a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, prompting us to spend more than we planned. Add to that the keeping up with the Joneses effect, where we compare ourselves to others and feel pressured to maintain a certain lifestyle, even if it stretches our budget. This constant comparison can lead to unnecessary spending on things we don't truly value. Saving money is often touted as the cornerstone of financial stability, yet for many it remains an uphill battle. Why is it so hard to resist the allure of immediate gratification and prioritize our future selves? One major obstacle is present bias, a cognitive bias that makes us prioritize immediate rewards over long-term benefits. The instant gratification of a purchase often outweighs the abstract notion of a secure future. Moreover, saving can feel abstract and intangible, especially when starting small. It's hard to stay motivated when the rewards seem distant and the progress feels insignificant. But here's the good news. Even small steps can lead to significant progress. Start by setting realistic saving goals, automating transfers to a separate savings account, and finding ways to make saving more tangible and rewarding. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. By starting small and staying consistent, you can overcome the psychological barriers to saving and build a solid foundation for your financial future. Our brains are wired to make quick decisions, often relying on shortcuts called cognitive biases. While these shortcuts can be helpful in many situations, they can lead to irrational spending habits when it comes to money. One such bias is anchoring, where we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, even if it's irrelevant. For example, seeing an outrageously priced item first can make other items seem like a bargain, even if they're still overpriced. Another common bias is loss aversion, the tendency to feel the pain of a loss more strongly than the pleasure of an equivalent gain. This can lead us to hold on to losing investments for too long, or avoid taking calculated risks that could lead to financial gains. Understanding these biases is crucial to making more rational financial decisions. By recognizing how our brains can trick us, we can start to question our assumptions, seek out objective information, and make choices that align with our long-term financial goals. Money trap number 1, present bias, wanting it now, regretting it later. Remember that time you impulsively bought those shoes, only to realize later you had similar ones tucked away in your closet? That's present bias in action. It's the human tendency to overvalue immediate rewards at the expense of our future well-being. Present bias is why we overspend on takeout instead of cooking healthy meals, why we delay saving for retirement, and why we fall prey to buy now, pay later schemes that seem appealing in the moment but can lead to long-term debt. This bias is deeply ingrained in our psychology, stemming from our evolutionary past where immediate needs for survival took precedence. However, in today's world, succumbing to present bias can sabotage our long-term financial goals. The good news is that by recognizing this bias, we can start to make more conscious choices. Setting financial goals, visualizing our future selves, and finding ways to make saving more rewarding and immediate can help us overcome present bias and make sounder financial decisions. Money trap number 2. Anchoring prices that trick us, deals that aren't really deals. Have you ever wondered why stores display ridiculously expensive items next to more reasonably priced ones? It's not by accident. They're exploiting a cognitive bias called anchoring. Anchoring refers to our tendency to latch onto the first piece of information we receive, even if it's irrelevant or arbitrary. This initial information acts as an anchor, influencing our subsequent judgments and decisions. In the context of pricing, the first price we see acts as an anchor, making subsequent prices seem more appealing in comparison. This is why sale prices can be so effective, even if the original price was inflated to begin with. To avoid falling prey to anchoring, be wary of seemingly too good to be true deals. Do your research, compare prices from different sources, and focus on the actual value of the item rather than the perceived discount. Money trap number 3, loss aversion, hating to lose more than we like to win. Imagine this. You find a $10 bill on the street. You're happy, right? Now imagine you lose a $10 bill. Chances are, the feeling of loss is more intense than the joy of finding the money. This is loss aversion at play. Loss aversion is a powerful cognitive bias that states that the pain of losing something is psychologically twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining something of equal value. This fear of loss can lead to irrational financial decisions. For instance, loss aversion can make us hold on to losing investments for too long, hoping they'll recover, even when logic dictates selling. It can also make us risk-averse, preventing us from taking calculated risks that could lead to significant gains. Understanding loss aversion is crucial to making rational investment decisions. By recognizing this bias, we can avoid emotional decision-making, diversify our investments, and focus on long-term growth rather than short-term fluctuations. Outsmarting our biases. Tips for smarter spending. We've explored the sneaky ways our brains can sabotage our financial well-being. Now let's arm ourselves with practical strategies to outsmart these biases and make smarter spending choices. Track your spending. Awareness is key. Use budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or even good old-fashioned pen and paper to track where your money is going. Set spending limits. Give yourself a budget for discretionary spending categories like eating out and entertainment. Delay gratification. Wait 24 hours before making a significant purchase. This gives you time to cool down and assess whether it's a want or a need. Unsubscribe from tempting emails. Those constant sale alerts are designed to trigger impulse purchases. Unsubscribe and reclaim your inbox sanity. Shop with a list. Whether it's groceries or clothes, having a list helps you stick to your plan and avoid impulse buys. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding the psychological factors that influence our spending, we can make more conscious, deliberate choices that align with our financial goals. Building better habits, from budgeting to mindful shopping. Breaking free from ingrained spending patterns and cultivating healthy financial habits requires a shift in mindset and a commitment to consistent effort. It's about making small, intentional changes that add up over time. Here are some strategies to get you started. Create a realistic budget. A budget is not about restriction. It's about aligning your spending with your values and priorities. Identify what truly matters to you and allocate your resources accordingly. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account each month. Treat it like a non-negotiable expense. This ensures that you are consistently saving without having to think about it. Practice mindful spending. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, do I need this? Can I afford it? Will it bring me lasting joy? This helps in making more thoughtful and deliberate choices. Find free or low-cost alternatives. Explore free activities in your community, borrow books from the library, and find creative ways to enjoy life without breaking the bank. There are countless opportunities to have fun and enrich your life without spending a lot of money. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress along the way. Every step towards financial well-being deserves recognition. Rewarding yourself for small achievements can keep you motivated. Building better financial habits is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself, embrace the process, and celebrate the small victories along the way. Remember, every positive change, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. The power of small changes. Every dollar makes a difference. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when trying to improve our financial habits. The sheer volume of bills, expenses, and financial responsibilities can make it seem like an insurmountable task. We might think we need to make drastic changes overnight, but the truth is, small, consistent efforts can have a significant impact over time. Just like climbing a mountain, it's the small steps that get us to the peak. Think about it. Cutting back on your daily coffee by just a few dollars can save you hundreds of dollars over a year. Those small savings add up quickly. That's enough to boost your emergency fund or even invest in your future. Imagine the peace of mind knowing you have a financial cushion for unexpected events. The key is to focus on making small, sustainable changes that you can stick with for the long haul. These changes should be realistic and manageable. Whether it's packing your lunch a few times a week, which can save you a significant amount over time, negotiating a better rate on your bills, which can lower your monthly expenses, or finding creative ways to reduce your monthly expenses, every little bit counts. Even small actions like turning off unused lights can make a difference. Remember, financial freedom is not about deprivation. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and goals. By making these small, intentional changes, you can ensure that your spending reflects what truly matters to you. By embracing the power of small changes, you can gradually transform your financial life and create a more secure and fulfilling future. Every step you take brings you closer to financial stability and peace of mind. Take charge of your money. Take charge of your life. Our relationship with money is complex, intertwined with our emotions, experiences, and aspirations. By understanding the psychology behind our spending and saving habits, we can gain valuable insights into our decision-making processes and identify areas for improvement. Remember, financial well-being is not just about numbers, it's about having peace of mind, the freedom to pursue our passions, and the security to navigate life's uncertainties. Take charge of your financial future by becoming aware of your spending triggers and biases. Knowledge is power. Implement practical strategies to outsmart your brain and make smarter choices. You have the power to change. Build healthy financial habits that align with your values and goals. Small steps lead to big changes. Your financial journey is unique, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and remember that every step you take towards financial well-being is a step towards a more fulfilling and empowered life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore other videos on the Wealth in Minutes channel to enhance your money journey.